Welcome back everyone. I hope you guys are having a great day. In today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how I created these cheetah print French tip blinged out nails. I love the way these came out. They're giving Y2K, which I really love, and I'm obsessed with leopard print. Today I'm going to be using some polishes from the Madame Glam A Glam Life collection. So we're just going to go ahead and jump right into the tutorial today. As you can see, I'm prepping my nails with Mia Secret dehydrator. I'm applying 1 coat and then 2 coats of Young Nails protein bond. I did shape up my 2XL square tips off camera. As you can see, I just cut them down like I usually do. They are linked in my Amazon store if you're wondering which nail tips I use. So yeah, I'm going in with 2 coats of Young Nails protein bond, and then I'm going to be going in with a layer of base gel just over my nail beds because the base on these nails is going to be polygel. So as always, you want to make sure you properly prep your nails so that the gel can adhere properly to the nail and you don't get lifting or anything like that. Of course, you want to wait until your primer dries before applying the base gel for best results. So after I apply this base gel, I'm going to go ahead and cure the nails for 60 seconds. So now that the nails are cured, I'm going to go ahead and build them up with this polygel from Babe Nail. It's called Silver Rose. It's like a rosy nude pink with fine silver glitters in it. I'm going to use this as the base on all of the nails underneath the French, just because I wanted to do something different and I thought it was really pretty just to add a little something different to my set. So I'm just applying 1 layer of this polygel on all the nails. It was enough. At first I cured 1 nail. For some reason I remembered this polygel as being soft, so I got worried it would start running into the cuticle area, but it's actually not that soft, so I was able to do a couple nails at a time after this. It's pretty good polygel. I wonder whatever happened to Babe Nail. I don't really see any of their products around anymore. I don't know if they're like still in business or whatever, but they used to have some really cute products and their packaging was so cute with the little pop art design. I was just like digging through my polygel drawer and I found this and I thought it would be a really cute color to use. So as you can see, I'm just squeezing the polygel right onto the nail. I'm using isopropyl alcohol as a slip solution. The consistency of this polygel is really nice. It's not too firm, but it's also not too soft. So using isopropyl alcohol is just enough to apply it to the nail. You don't really need any base gel to soften it or anything like that. So when I squeeze the polygel out of the bottle, as you can see, I leave that little rounded end by the cuticle area to build my apex. So I start patting the polygel around the cuticle area, very thin to the cuticle area. You don't want your cuticle area to be bulky because then that's how you kind of get lifting. So the good thing about polygel, you have that time to work with it so that you can pat it thin around the cuticle area. So I do that and then pat it side to side onto the nail bed to build my apex, and then the rest of the polygel I just pat sidewall to sidewall all the way down the nail, making sure to smooth out any bumps before I go ahead and cure. And if I have any excess polygel at the bottom of the nail, I just remove it. So I'm just going to go ahead and build up this last nail with the polygel. Most of the nail art and everything is going to be done on top of the nail. So I'm going to go ahead and build this nail up. When I'm done and after I cure in my big lamp for 60 seconds to make sure that the nails are cured all the way through, I'm going to cleanse them with some isopropyl alcohol before I start filing my nails to get that tacky layer of gel off. You want to make sure that you cleanse that layer off because it makes it a lot easier to file your nails without it. Okay, so I did cleanse the tacky layer of gel off of my nails, but I did it off camera. And now I'm going to go ahead and start filing my nails. I always start by debulking, so I'm using a 180 sanding band. This is the new Melody Susie nail drill that I reviewed in my last video. I'm loving it so much. I love how small and compact it is, and it's like really powerful and smooth. It like files your nails down so fast, and like I said, it's really small, so it doesn't take up a lot of space. You could also travel with it and clip it onto your belt clip. I will link it down in the description box if you guys are interested in it. I'm also using my Melody Susie dust collector. So I'm basically just smoothing out the nails really quick. I didn't make these too thick because I'm doing a lot of nail art on top, and when I'm doing that, I don't make my nails too thick because when I apply the polish and stuff on top, it's going to thicken the nails more. And I like a more like narrow, slender shape, not really like a wide shape on myself personally. So I'm just kind of like going around the cuticle area, filing that flat to the nail to seal it, smoothing over the entire nail side to side, filing along the side walls, underneath the nail, kind of like redefining the shape by filing along the sides of the nail just a little bit with the drill before I go in with the hand file. And my thumbnail on my other hand finally grew back, which I'm so glad. I could finally wear long nails again on my thumb. For the longest time I had like a really short thumbnail because your thumb takes the longest to grow back. Hopefully I don't jinx myself this time again, because the last time I broke that same nail and I came on here and I was like, yay, my thumbnail grew back, I can't wait to do designs, and it literally, the whole thing came off the same day because I like hit my hand. So I'm just going to be extra careful either way, even though it is grown back, because I don't know what it is with that thumbnail. It's like cursed literally. So I'm gonna try not to break it so that I can finally do my nails again. But yes, it finally grew all the way to the end. Unfortunately, your thumb is the nail that takes the longest time to grow, so do not break your thumbnails if you can. I'm going to shape up my nails with a 100-180 grit hand file. So I'm filing straight along the sides of the nail to kind of like get the overall width of the nail that I like. So I hold my file straight like I said, and I file on each side of the nail, and make sure to kind of like switch sides so I don't file in one side too much, but make sure you're holding it straight if you want that really nice square look. So after I do that, and after I'm pretty much satisfied with the overall width of the nails, I file the free edge by holding my file at an angle but filing straight across, so you get a nice sharp straight free edge. This is a reason why I like to do my hand filing last, because I feel like the shape looks very nice and sharp, especially after you're done debulking and everything. You don't have to worry about like filing away some of your shape, because this is the last step. So I like to do mine this way. And then of course, after I'm done shaping up the nails with the hand file, I do go in with a buffer, and I buff over the entire surface of the nails and underneath the nails to smooth out any rough edges and also smooth out any scratches in the nail before I go ahead and do my nail art on top. You want to make sure you always buff the nails, even if they look like they don't need to be buffed. I always buff them anyway, because you do end up seeing those little scratches in the nail after you top coat them and do your nail art if you don't. So these are the polishes from the Madam Glam, a Glam Life collection. I'm not going to be swatching them today because I'm actually out of swatch sticks. I had to go ahead and order more, but luckily Madam Glam has a swatch at the top of the bottle anyway. This collection has a lot of really pretty like pop neon colors. I love all of them, and then also has a few different nude shades. These are their cream gel formula, so they're very pigmented. A little goes a long way with this formula. Their cream gel formula is my favorite because you can do nail art with it because they're thick and they don't like move around on the nail and everything like that. So these are all the shades. They're really pretty. I'm going to be using the cake batter shade. It's like a very light creamy nude color. It looks exactly like cake batter actually. So yeah, I'm on that type of vibe today, so I'm going to be using this color and then some other colors to create this set. So I'm going to use my Melody Susie detail brush to go ahead and start painting the French on these nails. So I'm doing like a side French on these two nails, so I kind of map out where I want the French by making a line and then just filling in the tip with the polish brush right out of the bottle. As you could see, the lighter colors, they're like a little bit streaky. I'm only going to be applying one coat to all of the nails so that I don't thicken them up too much. So like if you take your detail brush and kind of like move the polish up, you can kind of like even out the color. Once the design and everything is on top of them anyway, you won't see like any streaks if there is any, but I basically even out the color really good by just kind of like running my detail brush through it and evening out the color. I do wipe the sides off a little bit to like keep the shape of the nail because like I said, I don't like that wide look, so I just wipe the sides before I go ahead and cure. And I'm gonna do the same type of French on this nail. On the other two nails, I'm going to be doing a different French. On these two nails, I'm going to be doing a French, but more up towards the cuticle area. So I'm kind of going in a side French, but I'm like waving my brush as I go across the nail to kind of make it look like melted cake batter, just to like add a little something to the set. And like I said, I'm starting like higher up by the cuticle area, and then I kind of just fill in the tip with the polish brush out of the bottle. Then I go back in with my detail brush, neaten up my lines, and kind of just even out the color by running my detail brush through the polish the best I can before I go ahead and cure, and then just wiping the sides off.
Bling.
For the cheetah print design, I'm going to be using these two gel polish shades from Makartt. One of them is called Chocolate, and that's the caramel brown color, and the other one is called Contour, which is a darker brown color. So first I'm going in with a large dotting tool with the caramel color called Chocolate and making the outline of how I want the spots. I'm making the spots pretty large and irregular, so when I'm drawing them on the nail, I'm kind of like wiggling my brush. But I'm doing the large look because I wanted kind of that cartoon type of leopard print design because I thought it would be really cute. So I'm making random spots on the nail, making sure to space them apart so that when I go in and do my outlines, everything won't look like crammed together. So make sure you put an even amount of space between them, but just kind of like wiggle your brush as you're drawing the spots on there so it looks more realistic. To do the outlines around the spots, I'm going to use that darker brown shade called Contour, and I'm kind of making like little half C shapes around the spots. And while I do that, I wiggle my brush. So I do like two little half C shapes and I wiggle my brush to give it a more realistic appearance. I'm purposely making the lines thicker because I was going for that larger cartoon type of cheetah print on purpose, and then I'm making little dots in between the spots because that's how cheetah print is. And now I'm going to go ahead and apply my nail charms. I'm going to be using some of this Mowbray rhinestone gel to apply them onto the nails. I've been using this in my last couple of videos and it does work pretty good as a rhinestone gel. You can use it to do 3D art or attach your nail charms. So I picked out some different charms for this set that I felt like complemented it very well. So I'm going to be using gold nail charms, also some little white pearly nail charms, white bows, and then I have the little tan Hello Kitty with the cream bow, which I forgot that I had, but it went perfectly with this set. It was so cute. Hello Kitty still got her little tan on because it's still summertime. So I'm gonna go ahead and use that and basically just kind of like do my thing randomly with the bling. But I love the way these came out, like the charms and everything. It's so bomb. They really remind me of Y2K, especially with that pink sparkly like nail bed. I'm obsessed with these. Definitely got to leave this set on for a couple days. Let me know what you think of this set in the comments. I would appreciate if you left me a like before you leave, and if you're not already subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you go ahead and subscribe so you get notified when I upload videos every week. Make sure you hit the bell as well so you do get notified when I upload videos. And if you're not already following me on Instagram and TikTok, make sure you do that too. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. Love you guys.
Ringy. Ringy. ringy.